Hello and welcome to this week's Wednesday Wisdom. This is a mini weekly segment, video segment from our monthly newsletter Sidebar. And if you want the monthly newsletter coming straight to your inbox, you can sign up right there below on the website, and you'll see a pop-up box that comes up when you go to the home page of my website. But in the meantime, I am out here. I am in beautiful at the Atlanta area. Today happens to be a beautifully sunshiny day. So I thought I'd record this outside and kind of take in a little vitamin D in the process. But this week's Wednesday Wisdom is all about burial versus cremation. Who decides and how do you decide? Of course, the answer to the first question is you. You want to make sure that you've let your family members or loved ones know what your desire is for the final disposition of your body. And I know that's not the greatest topic of conversation to have with loved ones or with friends or family members, but it is a necessary one because some people may assume one thing based on maybe your upbringing or your religious background or religious preference, and then your desire may be totally different. And you want to make sure, one, that it's known, and that's going to be documented in your healthcare directive, and it could be in your will as well. And two, that the person who is most responsible for taking care of things after you're gone is aware of that as well. And so I say, let me back up a step. I say that it can be in your will, but just note that by the time your will is read or executed or even probated, that that would have already happened. So I just want to make sure that you have it in another place that's documented, that people are aware of, and that will be in your healthcare directive, which is what we call it here in Georgia, or your living will. And I share that because, and I hate to use my mom as an example, but she's been an example in other stories of mine in my previous professional life. So I'll keep on utilizing her and like, thanks, Mom. But she, when she did her healthcare directive years and years ago, she noted on there that she wanted to be cremated. And most of the family members, if not all, besides me, because we talked about it quite frequently, presumed that she wanted to be buried and wanted to be buried in her home state of Alabama. And so that wasn't the case. So when she became sick and when it was her time to go, or when she did transition, several people were asking me about that. So I share that with you just to say, while you're here now, make that preference known, document it in your healthcare directive, let your healthcare agent know what that preference is if you're not already giving that person a copy of that document, and then let your other family members know as well. So no one's surprised, no one's feeling a certain kind of way about it when it's time for the funeral or memorial service or the transition or homegoing service. And you can rest in peace knowing that your family members are okay with your decision, or even if they're not. So hopefully that is helpful for this week's Wednesday Wisdom. And I thank you for taking the time to watch and enjoy this beautiful sky. And I'll see you next week. Hopefully next week is just as beautiful. Thanks for watching.